Lesson 6.1, an overview of the pricing strategy. It's time to level up your short-term rental game, and we're diving in deep into a topic that can make or break your investment: pricing and revenue strategies. Don't let that scare you. Think of this as your masterclass on turning your rental into a profit powerhouse. Today, we're starting with a high-level roadmap of the 4 key steps to mastering your pricing game. Let's get right into it. Before we start with the steps though, let's make sure we're all on the same page. Similar to how we handled Guesty for hosts, I recommend you attend a Price Labs basic webinar. It's 45 minutes and it's going to cover all of the initial setup and configuration, which is most of what you need to get off the ground. Think of your base rate as the backbone of your pricing structure. This is the minimum amount you need to earn per night to cover your essentials: mortgage, taxes, insurance, utilities, maintenance. Basically, the bills that keep your property running. Calculating your base rate is non-negotiable. It's your financial safety net that ensures you're at least breaking even every month. The next step is to master the rhythm, the seasonality, and the event pricing. The short-term rental market has its own pulse. Understanding seasonality and events in your area is like dancing to the beat. High seasons and special events mean higher demand, and that's your cue to adjust your rates upwards. Think summer vacations, holidays, major festivals, or sporting events. Research those dates and capitalize on the surge in demand by charging premium rates that guests are willing to pay. Luxury light. The 85% sweet spot is step number 3. We're not talking about cutting corners. We're talking about strategic positioning. Aim to be in the top 85% of the properties in your local market. Target this sweet spot with high quality amenities, decor, and excellent guest services. You've heard me talk about this before. This makes your property enticing to budget conscious travelers seeking quality and those wanting a slightly upscale stay. Step number 4. Know your enemy. Comparative analysis. Don't underestimate your competition. It's time to do some recon. Identify those top 10 to 20 competitors in the area, the ones with similar size, style, amenities, and shape to your rental. Analyze their listing details, their pricing detail, their reviews, the photos to benchmark yourself. This isn't about copying them. It's about understanding their strengths, finding their weaknesses, and adjusting your price to stay competitive. Here's the wrap up. This is the high-level blueprint for rock-solid pricing. Pricing your short-term rental is part art, part science, and we're going to dig deeper into each of these steps in upcoming lessons, because a savvy pricing strategy is your key to unlocking the full potential of your short-term rental. So what is dynamic pricing? Let's break it down. Think of a static pricing like a price tag that never changes. It's your standard rate, regardless of what's happening in the market. Dynamic pricing, on the other hand, like the one offered through Price Labs, it's like having a smart pricing assistant that analyzes tons of data. Think demand, seasonality, events, and automatically adjusts your nightly rates. It's all about getting the most out of every single night on the calendar. Here's the power of dynamic pricing. All of the things I mentioned above are happening in a dynamic pricing platform like Price Labs automatically. Some might say automagically. But here's the deal. You get a boost in revenue. Dynamic pricing helps you capture more demand and charge the highest possible rates when people are most willing to pay. It fills your calendar. Dynamic pricing can strategically lower prices to increase occupancy during slow periods. It allows you to stay competitive. It keeps an eye on your competitors' rates, ensuring you're always in the game. And it saves you a ton of precious time. No more manually updating prices every day. Dynamic pricing automates the heavy lifting. And here's a couple of things to address your fears, because I get it. Some of you might be worried about losing control or accidentally pricing your property too low. With the right tools, you still maintain full customization over the minimum and maximum prices your property can be listed at. So get ready to level up. Less than 5% of the market is using dynamic pricing, and that's the beauty of it. Dynamic pricing isn't about relinquishing control. It's about working smarter, not harder. It unlocks hidden revenue potential you didn't even know existed, equals maximized revenue. Understanding your competition isn't just smart business, it's the key to staying one step ahead in the short-term rental game. Use the neighborhood data to identify the top 10 competitors. Focus on rentals in the area that are similar to yours. Same size, same style, similar amenities, and then you become the pricing detective, This knowledge, combined with tools like Price Labs, keeps you adaptable and ensures you're always one step ahead.